their agony and concern for the plight of the Tamils in the island of Sri Lanka, where 500,000 Tamils are caught between the claws of death due to the genocidal, brutal military attacks of the racist Sri Lankan government, with a diabolical design to decimate and annihilate the entire Tamil community in that island. For 50 years, the Tamils have been fighting to get their rights, to enable them to live in dignity and honor. But their peaceful agitation and their peaceful satyagraha was met with brutal police and military repression. Women were not spared, children were not spared, and innocent Tamils were brutally murdered. Therefore, in the 70s, as a universal phenomenon which has happened in many countries, the younger generation of the Tamil community resorted to armed struggle. Today, the European Union has condemned the brutal killings of the army and called for ceasefire. United Nations has called for ceasefire. The American government and the British government, which have banned the LTTE, they have called for ceasefire. And Hillary Clinton, the foreign minister of USA, has given a categorical statement to stop the war both sides and bring ceasefire and allow the International Red Cross to have free access. And the media, particularly the international media, should be allowed to find out the truth in the war-torn areas, because US government, particularly Hillary Clinton, has condemned the bombing of the hospitals where the innocent civilians have been killed, particularly in the so-called safe zones organized by the government. The people came to the safe zones wherein more than 2,800 people have been killed and 7,000 Tamils have been wounded. So bombing in hospitals is going on, and the 500,000 Tamils are locked in that Mullaitivu and Vanni areas. Because I am sorry to tell you, the national media, particularly the media based in Delhi, is totally biased and prejudiced against the Tamils. All the media, I am sorry to tell you, because you have been waiting for hours, I have come here to express the one side view. The other side view is focused by the Indian government, the Sri Lankan government. My point, when all the other countries have called for ceasefire, why the Indian government has not called for the ceasefire? Yes, the Tamil Nadu Assembly passed an unanimous resolution. 70 million Tamils are behind the resolution adopted in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. But why the Indian government has not called for the ceasefire? Because the Indian government is fully engineering and operating the war operations of the Sri Lankan government. India has supplied weapons, India has supplied arms, India has supplied radars, India has given a soft loan without interest for 1,000 crores, enabling the Sri Lankan government to purchase weapons from Pakistan. 3 shiploads of weapons every month from Pakistan have reached Sri Lanka. And they have purchased weapons from China, Iran, Israel and Russia. So that is why the Indian government has not called for the ceasefire. That we make the charge the Indian government, the UPA government headed by Congress, which is guided by Madam Sonia Gandhi, has totally betrayed the Tamil community. This is my charge. This is my charge. This is my accusation. And throughout the world, and 100 million Tamils are shedding tears when the whole world is calling for ceasefire. The Indian government has not uttered a single word of ceasefire. On the other hand, they have made a statement for 48 hours whether the Sri Lankan government called for ceasefire, which was denied by the Sri Lankan government. Therefore, the purpose of the meeting, which has been organized by the Tamils living in Mumbai, cutting across party affiliations, is to express their solidarity and support for the suffering and dying Tamils on the island. That is the purpose for which we have organized this meeting. And we are collecting signatures from people of Tamil Nadu. We estimate 2 to 3 crore signatures we are collecting. 3 memorandums. One memorandum to the Secretary General of the United Nations, the other memorandum to the President of the United States of America, another memorandum to the President of Russia. And also we are going to present a memorandum to the countries of European Union and also the heads of co-chairs. That campaign, signature campaign also is going on in Tamil Nadu. And we are planning to go other parts of the country also to address this issue, to bring to the notice of the people of India. To the people, it is not the problem of Tamils alone. This is the problem for India. That is why when the government and the media, particularly in Delhi, is totally blacking out the reality and the facts of the case, I am trying to point out that the international media are not permitted to enter the areas, and the editor of the Sunday Reader, Vasant Vikramatunga, was brutally murdered by the Sri Lankan armed forces. He has made a dying declaration which has appeared as an editorial in his paper, and he has clearly put in a nutshell he was a friend of Mahinda Rajapaksa, and he has condemned the government for bombing its own citizens, and he predicted that he will be killed by the forces. That has happened. This is one testimony how the press, how the international media, both visual and print media, is totally denied access in the war-torn areas. When you are slitting the throat of the people and you are sending a medical team with first aid kit, that is happening. You go slit the throats of the Tamils, and now to hoodwink the Tamil community, you are sending a medical team by the government of India.
Mr. Vaiko, if NDA comes to the center, the problem will solve.
When Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, when NDA government was there, when Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, for 5 years, India did not give any help, did not render any military assistance to the Sri Lankan government. Once the UPA government came to power, under the guidance of Sonia Gandhi, this betrayal started. Okay.
இதற்கு அடுத்து ஒரு 2 நிமிடம்